New Nano Banana Pro update is insane. Google just dropped Nano Banana Pro and it's changing the game for AI images. We're talking 2K resolution, real text that actually looks good, and it can make diagrams that are factually correct. This isn't just another toy, this is pro level stuff. Let me break down what makes this insane. First off, the resolution. We're talking 2K native resolution. That's 2048 by 2048 pixels. And get this, it can upscale to 4K. You know what that means? No more blurry images that look like garbage, no more pixelated messes. This is studio quality stuff. You can use this for real projects, client work, product mock-ups, marketing materials. This isn't social media throwaway content anymore. But here's where it gets really interesting. The text rendering is next level. You know how most AI image tools completely butcher text? Like you try to make a sign or a poster and it looks like gibberish? Not anymore. Nano Banana Pro can actually generate clear, accurate text inside images, signs, posters, packaging, product labels, and it works with non-English languages too. Early reports say it's crushing it with Asian languages. So if you're making content for global markets, this is massive. Hey, if we haven't met already, I'm the digital avatar of Julian Goldie, CEO of SEO agency, Goldie Agency. Whilst he's helping clients get more leads and customers, I'm here to help you get the latest AI updates. Julian Goldie reads every comment, so make sure you comment below. Now, here's something that blew my mind when I first heard about it. Nano Banana Pro can connect to Google's knowledge base to generate factually accurate diagrams and realistic product placements. Think about what that means. You can create educational visuals that are actually correct, explainer diagrams for your clients, infographics with real data, business design mock-ups that look professional. This is world knowledge integration at work. It's not just making pretty pictures, it's making smart pictures. And the character consistency is crazy good. When you're editing people or pets, their look stays the same. You can do multi-turn editing, upload an image, change the outfit, change the background, keep editing, and the face stays consistent. The look stays the same. No more weird mutations where your subject turns into a different person halfway through. This is huge for content creators and marketers who need brand consistency. Now look, I've been in the AI space for a while now, and I can tell you tools like this are how you actually scale. You're not replacing human creativity, you're amplifying it, you're moving faster, testing more, launching quicker. And in business, speed wins. The people who figure out how to use tools like Nano Banana Pro are going to dominate their markets while everyone else is still messing around with mediocre tools. And speaking of scaling your business, if you want to go deeper on this stuff, you need to check out my AI Profit Boardroom. This is the best place to scale your business, get more customers, and save hundreds with AI automation. We're talking real systems, real workflows, real results, not theory, not fluff. I'll drop a link in the description. Now, let me give you some actual prompts you can test right now if you have access to Pro. I'm going to walk you through 5 prompts that show off what this thing can really do. First prompt, a sleek modern smartwatch placed on a marble surface. The watch face displays your brand name in clean sans serif font, studio lighting, high definition, realistic texture. This prompt lets you test the high resolution output and see how detailed the images can get. You're looking at how sharp everything comes out and whether small details are crisp or blurry. The text on the watch face will show you if the text rendering is really as good as they claim. This kind of prompt usually gives you something that looks professional enough for actual marketing use. Not perfect every time, but way better than older AI tools that made everything look fuzzy or fake. Second prompt, an infographic showing the water cycle. Clouds, rain, evaporation, and groundwater include labels, precipitation, evaporation, condensation, soft pastel colors, clean vector style layout. This one tests whether the diagrams actually make sense or if they're just random shapes thrown together. You're checking if the labels are placed correctly and if the whole thing looks like something you could show to a client or student without embarrassment. Usually with this kind of prompt, you'll get something that's at least directionally correct, even if it's not perfect. The layout tends to be logical and the information organized in a way that makes sense visually. Third prompt, a smiling young woman in casual clothes, now wearing a 1920s flapper dress and standing in a jazz club. Maintain her face exactly the same. This prompt shows you whether the face stays the same when everything else changes. You're testing if the character looks like the same person or if it morphs into someone completely different. Most of the time with Nano Banana Pro, the consistency holds up pretty well. The face maintains its key features even when the setting and clothing change dramatically. Not always perfect, but way more consistent than tools that turn your subject into a different person every single edit. Fourth prompt: a storefront sign that reads bakery in English, then translate it to Japanese and render the sign in a cafe storefront at night with neon lights. This tests how clean the text comes out and whether it can handle different alphabets without breaking. You're seeing if the Japanese characters look real or if they're just gibberish that looks vaguely Asian. Generally, the text rendering in Pro is way cleaner than before. The letters tend to be readable and properly formed. Not always 100% accurate, but good enough that you can use it for mock-ups and concepts without people immediately calling it out as fake. Fifth prompt: a tiny collectible figurine of a golden retriever dog standing on a round wooden base with a nameplate. Photorealistic, soft lighting, 3D acrylic toy style. This style usually comes out looking pretty interesting. You get that miniature collectible vibe where everything looks like a high quality toy figure. The lighting and textures tend to give it that polished acrylic look. Sometimes it nails the style perfectly, and sometimes it's a bit off, but either way, you usually end up with something that catches attention. It's different enough from regular images that it stands out in social feeds. Now, let's be real about the limitations, because there are some. Not everyone has access yet. The rollout is gradual, so if you don't see it in your account, be patient. So you can't pretend it's not AI generated. To get high quality outputs, you need to engineer your prompts well. Garbage in, garbage out still applies. Be specific, be descriptive, tell it exactly what you want. And as always with generative AI, be careful about using likenesses of real people, brands, or copyrighted designs. Don't get yourself in legal trouble trying to recreate someone else's intellectual property. But the future here is massive. Google is integrating Nano Banana into search through Lens, into Notebook LM. This is going to be everywhere, and that's going to push other AI image tools to level up or die. Competition is good for us. It makes everything better. And for creators, designers, and educators, this lowers the barrier to create professional grade visuals. You don't need a massive budget anymore. You don't need to hire a whole creative team. You just need to know how to prompt and have a vision for what you want to create. So here's my take. Nano Banana Pro is not just a novelty. This is a huge step forward for AI image generation. The quality is finally there, the features are there, the accessibility is there, and if you're not paying attention to tools like this, you are going to get left behind. Because while you're sleeping, someone else is using these tools to launch products, run ads, create content, and take your customers. Speed matters, quality matters, and now you have both in one tool. And if you want to go deeper on this stuff, you need to check out my AI Profit Boardroom. This is the best place to scale your business, get more customers, and save hundreds with AI automation. We're talking real systems, real workflows, real results, not theory, not fluff. I'll drop a link in the description. And if you got value from this, smash that like button and subscribe for more AI updates. Let's go. That's it for today. See you in the next one.